All right, so UFC 287 just happened, and we got a lot to talk about, guys. Let's just jump right into it. So that was a knockout that I don't think anyone was really expecting. Alex Pereira going into this fight, he was just so intimidating. You know, this guy doesn't smile even when his kids are born. It's just nuts. He's just very intimidating. Then we got Israel Adesanya coming in the press conference in a G-string and a dog collar. So the last thing you would expect is the guy in that knocking out the guy made of stone, but that happened. What the fuck? No one saw that shit coming. When we're looking at the actual fight itself, Izzy was fired up all week. I don't know if it's because people were making fun of, you know, his trash talk and throughout his UFC career because it never hits, or just the fact that he was not able to ever beat Alex Pereira. It just seemed like it was just not his thing. The universe just didn't want it to happen. The first round of the last fight ending, you know, the controversial split decision in the first kickboxing fight, him getting slept, and the second kickboxing fight even when he was beating the shit out of Alex Pereira. So it seemed like nothing was ever going to go Israel's way, and then he just fucking dropped that 1-2 bomb and 4 arrows into Alex Pereira's eyes in front of his kids and just roasted Alex Pereira's kids. Which are we talking about right now? Let's just jump right into that because that's the hottest topic right now. Israel Adesanya absolutely roasting Alex Pereira's kids was the best thing I've ever seen. Ever. Alex Pereira's kids doing that to Israel Adesanya years back, even when they're little kids, that's probably even worse, to be honest, was so disrespectful. And the fact that Alex Pereira supported it and he thought it was funny is the worst thing you could do as a parent. I'm not a parent, but it's common fucking sense. You don't need to be a parent to understand that. Alex Pereira being okay with that and, you know, teaching his kids to grow up in that way, those kids growing up would be the biggest douchebags ever. Their father is a killer. They would just mock everyone thinking they could get away with murder doing shit like that. So good. That's a fucking harsh reality lesson to those stupid little shitheads. So good for him. I don't blame him. I'd be bitter too if those little shitheads did that to me and was mad disrespectful. So I definitely don't blame him. And people were making fun of him or just giving Izzy shit like, yo, you're doing that to kids? Bro, fuck those kids. Again, those kids were disrespectful. They're going to grow up to be shitheads. You know, just the male Karen. Male version of a Karen, essentially. And, you know, even after the fact, Israel Adesanya, Alex Pereira is cool. Those kids are still traumatized, but good. They're going to learn valuable life lessons from that you fuck around and you find out, essentially. So another fun topic we got to talk about is the weight cut. So I made a video and I got absolutely roasted, shocker, hot take, because I said Alex Pereira cannot get away with cutting that much weight much longer. Like, he will not get away with it again. Look what happened. He got knocked the fuck out. This guy cuts 47 pounds, 50 pounds around that area every single fight, and you think that's not gonna have effect on him? This guy's 35 years old. He's at the peak prime of his UFC career. It's going downhill from here, and that just showed why. You can't get away with cutting that much weight. It dehydrates the shit out of you. When you're dehydrated, your chin is gonna get exposed. Israel Adesanya proved that last night. That's it. It eventually happened, and I predicted it happening. Thank God. No matter what I do, I could cure cancer, I could bring your mother back to life. I'm still gonna get shit on it at the end of the day, so I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want. And I encourage you guys to say whatever the fuck you want to and speak your mind. So whoever's watching out there, do the same, chase your dreams, say whatever you want, because at the end of the day, someone's going to say something negative. And that's kind of essentially what Israel Adesanya was saying in his post-fight interview or in his Octagon interview. He's saying, chase a dream, fuck the naysayers, fuck what people are saying, talking shit, talking this and that. I hope you can be as happy as I am right now. That's what he said last night, and that was beautifully said. And another thing about that weight cut, Dana White even said in his post-fight interview, the fact that Alex Pereira still had like 2 pounds left to cut in the last hour before the time limit was reached for the weight cutting limit, for the weigh-in limit. Israel Adesanya, what is next for him? Obviously, we could do that trilogy with Alex Pereira, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen. It's definitely very warranted because we got Juliana Pena getting the trilogy against Amanda Nunes, the first event back in Canada, and I don't even know how long before it even hit puberty, it seems like. And yeah, so if that's happening, I think you can give Alex Pereira the fucking trilogy fight as well. Like, goddamn. So we got that. People were mentioning Khamzat Chimaev because Israel Adesanya cleaned out the top 6 in the UFC's middleweight division. Like, what are we gonna do? Let's just throw a fucking curveball and give the fans something fresh, because we're just desperate for something new in the middleweight division. So Khamzat Chimaev could be a guy, you know, he's fought at middleweight. He has a couple wins at middleweight, obviously not against crazy ranked opponents or anything like that, but it's something new. Dana White said he would be fighting a top 3 opponent. He's publicly said that, but at the end of the day, that's not set in stone, because that doesn't mean shit at the end of the day when it comes to Dana White saying something publicly. He publicly slapped his wife, so I think he can get away with anything else. But something that was interesting is the fact that Israel Adesanya he didn't mention his name name, but it's pretty much certain it's Dricus du Plessis. He was talking mad shit about him, saying he would like to drag his carcass around South Africa. I believe the reason why he's hating on Dricus is because Dricus said he's the real African UFC fighter. I mean, I'm not going to go into that because I don't really know too much about it. I'm not going to talk out of my ass and seem like I know what I'm talking about when it comes to that. But if you guys know another reason why he would be hating Dricus, comment down below. Let me know. I'm actually genuinely curious what you guys have to say, because, you know, we're in this together. We're all in this together. And then we also got Jan Blachowicz hopping in the conversation saying he's going to fight at middleweight. How the fuck would that happen? Jan is huge. Like, this guy could fight at heavyweight. Why would you fight at middleweight? Yeah, I hope he's trolling, because that would never happen, and that no one would ever want to see that happen to begin with. That's just weird. And I was just getting shit on so much for this video specifically. So if you want to check out and agree, disagree with them, let me know. Have a great day. Love you. Peace.